Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And I was already telling you guys earlier today that this was a big day, mostly because of the anticipation for tomorrow, but this specifically, this little thing which just came out a couple of hours ago, makes it all the more huge. So I hope this closed door SEC meeting on May 6th, announced on April 29th, is a positive Ripple related development. And at first, we didn't really know exactly what this was about, but Jeremy Hogan came in to quickly explain to us that the first meeting with Gary Gensler at the helm. When I worked for insurance companies, we would have this type of meeting to discuss overall strategy and certain particular cases of note. The SEC has a lot of cases in litigation, but certainly Ripple will be discussed here. And down below a little bit, you can also see John Deaton, whom said, you can bet that XRP holders will likely be brought up, and the fact that over 16,000 of us are trying to intervene and be heard definitely makes a point. And Jeremy said, Gary, quote, someone call Deaton and get that guy on payroll. He's a pit bull, end quote. I mean, if you think about it, man, it's really quite funny how persistent John Deaton has been in the last couple of weeks to just get some information and literally get information all over, I guess. It's just been really funny to see, at least in my opinion, it has been. By the way, guys, if you're watching right now, make sure you press the like button. Like, why not? It helps out a ton with the video. Doesn't give me money, doesn't give me anything. It just makes the video perform a little bit better. So, if you're kind and want to help out, make sure you press that little button. And of course, make sure you're subscribed for daily crypto updates. There was one thing I'd like to mention real quick that is kind of sourcing. Maybe I should just call it like that. For example, I actually noticed here this article first, right? I saw Jeremy Hogan post about something. I checked out the article here and I was like, okay, that's really interesting. However, if you kind of look at this one right here, and it's the same thing. It's actually exactly the same screenshot, only about 30 minutes later. And that's kind of annoying in my opinion. If this guy, who I don't know if he was the first, but if this guy was the first to actually screenshot this and find this stuff, give some credit where it's due, This is now all of a sudden going really trendy. Good find, Crypto Wizard. I don't know, man. I don't really think he found it. I think this guy found it. I just think give some credit where it's due. It just kind of hurts me because this guy might have put in a lot of effort, just look all over the internet to get some stuff done, and then somebody else takes your shine for it. Specifically with Jeremy Hogan, yeah, that's just not something I think is nice. Then a little question for you guys. Are you holding SafeMoon? Yes or no? Put it in the comment section down below. And the main reason I'm asking is because I keep seeing more and more of these million follower influencers or just million follower big guys, or in this case here, this guy's not that big, but I see him a lot, talk about this. Just bought even more SafeMoon. So many snowflakes melt when there's a hot dip. You know what made me successful in business? Living by the principle of patience is key. Hang tight. And he does tag XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and SafeMoon. I do wonder though, was he really in SafeMoon because he likes it, or is this just a paid shill? I don't know. The line between real and fake with SafeMoon is just really hard to see. Then again, it's also because the core community of SafeMoon is really die hard and they just want to, pump the coin like crazy to just sell on others. And so it's hard to see, right? Because this guy could literally just be interested as well, just to make money, right? Or maybe he got paid for it. We don't know. We can't find out, but I just thought I should bring it up. Then, crypto investor who went from $185,000 to zero in 3 weeks. Oh no, what can be learned? Even in the bullish market, it's easy to lose money if proper risk management strategies aren't followed. Here's a story of an investor who lost it all and what can be learned from it. Now, I want to quickly say, guys, I use Bybit. The majority of you guys already know it. There's some huge deposit bonuses on here, and I recommend it to everybody, right? There's always a link down below, and if you're using the link, you're also helping me out. Having said that, I will always tell you guys that using leverage to trade is risky. And if you can't handle the stress, or you don't know what you're doing, or you're just not that certain about your way of going about it, please don't do it. My personal recommendation, not financial advice, personal for me to myself, let's say it like that, is to just hold on through. I sometimes post this over on Twitter too, because I see a lot of people making this mistake. Let's quickly see here. I just posted it earlier today. HODL. Will it be easy? No. Will it be worth it? Absolutely. It is so ridiculously simple to HODL and make money with it because it's going to literally just blow up as long as you wait long enough. And with trading, you're actually having a little bit of a risk because what if you decide to open a long position here and things just went south? Of course, they could go north and you make a lot of money too, but there's more risk involved because you can actually lose money. With the hodling, it's different, you know. David Schwartz considers it to be the same. He says, if you're down a little bit on your crypto, you lost money because it's not tradable for the same amount of dollars anymore. I don't agree. I think as long as you don't sell that crypto, you're still good. And with, you know, a position like that, it's a little bit more risky. Then again, there's of course a lot more money to be made with leveraging as well. Because if you go times 10, 3, 5, 20, 50, whatever, of course you're going to get 50 times the money, for example, right? So there's pros and cons. I just want to, you know, quickly point out that there are risks, specifically when you are trading. But how did this happen? It's, by the way, provable that he actually lost this. How did it happen? Well, on April 11th, alt season was in full swing and he was invested in solid projects with relatively low volatility. However, he got impatient and started overtrading on Uniswap in order to make quicker gains. This didn't go well as his market timing strategies were playing out incorrectly and it ended up making extremely bad trades causing a 50+% loss. Now, let me also step in here and say, guys, if you have, for example, a $100,000 portfolio, make sure you don't trade with more than $20,000 regardless of what happens. Even specifically, in one trade, you shouldn't even have 1% of your total balance, right? Maybe just do 1% at maximum, but don't trade your full freaking money every time unless you only got, for example, a couple dollars, couple tens of dollars, couple hundreds of dollars, maybe then you can try your luck. But if your portfolio is, you know, significant, don't. I'm never gonna, you know, encourage people to do that. On the 20th, out of desperation, he moved a large sum into a high volatility crypto with less solid fundamentals, but a higher chance for quick gains. And also quick losses, of course. This pattern continued where instead of making solid mid to long term plays, he kept investing in more volatile / risky currencies in order to quickly gamble his portfolio back. Eventually, the last coin he invested in rug pulled and he lost almost everything. So, what can we learn from this? Well, cryptos like SafeMoon and coins akin to that are nice, specifically short term. However, the problem with those is that you are in it for the quick cash and the majority of the people are in it for the quick cash. I would say if you're a trader, these types of things can work out fine. If you're a long-term hodler, don't attempt it. Don't attempt it. Don't attempt it. A second one would be never revenge trade, never let your emotions take over, never take greens for granted, stay invested within your risk profile. It's also obvious to most, but some people don't know the basics of crypto or the basics of money, basically. So, you know, I sometimes try to teach you guys too about what I think is most important, and this definitely floats that little boat. Then I saw so much speculation about this. Alibaba, rumored to have bought $20 billion in Bitcoin. Will this come to fruition? In the end, guys, these types of announcements are really bullish on XRP as well, because ultimately, you guys all know, if Bitcoin goes on an adoption spree like that, XRP is going to follow because, of course, it is the quote-unquote banker's coin, and eventually, once they get that clarity, it'll follow, guys will buy it. Ethereum right now on Grayscale is going nutty, and again, think about it. XRP right now is blacklisted from Grayscale to a certain degree. So once it gets the proper clarity, if they fix this lawsuit, yeah, there's going to be so much freaking volume. There's going to be so many people buying into it because they want to have it. I think one thing that's really keeping them back is the proper clarity. And again, there's one thing you should really not underestimate, and that is the fact that XRP is already properly regulated in quite a lot of other countries and still not getting the appropriate adoption there. It's true. However, the US SEC plays a major role even for countries outside the US. As a UK or Japan or whatever country it is legal investor or manager, wealth manager maybe, you don't really want to mess with something that's in a heavy lawsuit in the United States, right? Because the United States is really a big influence, and I get that very much so as well. So the lawsuit is going to be more important than you might think. By the way, guys, none of this has been confirmed. It is just rumored right now, and people are thinking that it's been the case. Alibaba revealed that before the US market reopens on May 13th, which is on a Thursday, it'll announce its first quarter financial results, which will be unaudited. A conference call where the results will be discussed is to precede the earnings reveal on the same day at 7:30 Hong Kong time. How do we know about this? Not going to be completely sure with this, but I think it's just going over around on Twitter. Then again, there's also some Facebook announcements. It's just people right now making a fair amount of profit or a fair amount of followers from spreading false rumors, because it's just been going around over on Facebook. These things have no legitimacy to them. What has a little bit more legitimacy is this one right here. Then again, it's not completely legit either. Revolut launches Bitcoin withdrawals with more tokens to come. And the thing is, they actually put up a little bit of a teaser, which again wasn't necessarily official, because they put up an announcement and then quickly deleted it. Some people said it was actually a glitch or a mistake because they didn't want to launch it. Because at this point, if you have Bitcoin in your Revolut, you don't own your own coins, right? They basically have them and you only have access to basically purchasing, selling. But if that update rolls through, you can actually withdraw your crypto. And that would be a pretty big change. A lot of adoption would come from it. But the question is, will that actually happen? Good question. Now, a spokesperson also admitted that a scheduling error sent out the announcement sooner than it was supposed to. But we're launching next Thursday. Unfortunately, the block went up a little too soon, but they are launching it. Revolut will begin offering Bitcoin withdrawals from next week and will be adding more tokens and upgrades in the future, the spokesperson said. Currently, the mobile app allows users to buy and sell 22 different crypto, and Revolut becomes one of the major crypto mobile apps to now offer Bitcoin withdrawals, with PayPal and Robinhood both not currently allowing that. So it's going to be really big. It's going to be really freaking big, and I can't wait for PayPal and Robinhood to do the same, but I don't think they will because they're making a lot more money this way. Yeah, and that was it for today's episode, actually. I already noticed now. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And let me make one thing clear. Trading is definitely possible. It's definitely possible to make a lot of money with this. However, it is also a little bit scarier than just hodling, and that's something you might want to know. This, I think, is actually my internet right now. Internet is not the best right here, but, it's okay. It's okay.